So we go on to our last speaker, another very interesting case. Dr. Abhinav Dhami is a young consultant from Dhami Eye Hospital, anterior and posterior surgeon and he's going to share a very wonderful video and his pearl of wisdom. On to you, Dr. Dhami.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. I'll be sharing a little different case than the total anterior segment, the totally posterior segment case, which was kind of gone wrong with the anterior segment modalities. No. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Abhinav Dhami. I'm going to present a unique case of triple trouble. Managing an anterior chamber Kelman intraocular lens, posterior dislocated foldable intraocular lens, total retinal detachment. Here we present a case of 54-year-old female, who presented with decreased vision since 3 months. There was a history of cataract surgery, followed by 2 retinal procedures done elsewhere. On examination we observed an anterior chamber IOL with one edge, touching the endothelial surface of cornea, and on retinal examination there was posteriorly dislocated IOL with a total retinal detachment. There are 2 ways to approach this case. First one is a 2-step approach, wherein we remove the ACIOL in one sitting and then plan a secondary procedure at a later date with removal of posteriorly dislocated IOL and retinal detachment management. Other one is the single-step approach, removing the ACIOL plus posteriorly dislocated IOL and managing the retinal detachment. In this video we present a single-step approach to our case. We start by making a limbal gutter, followed by 3-port pars plana vitrectomy. It is intraoperatively, we realize that a partial core vitrectomy has already been done previously elsewhere and vitreous is attached to the intraocular lens. We induce posterior vitreous detachment with active suction using a 23-gauge vitrectomy cutter, so as to analyze the vitreous attachments to the IOL, for maximum debulking of peripheral vitreous cut and to mobilize the IOL. We inject intravitreal tricot to trim the peripheral vitreous along the retinal breaks. A fluorocarbon is injected over the optic nerve head, as it helps in 2 ways. It elevates the posteriorly dislocated IOL anteriorly up to the pupillary edge and also stabilizes the detached retina and provides a temporary internal tamponade. As both the IOLs are pupillary edge, we open the previously made limbal gutter incision with corneoscleral scissors and with the use of McPherson forceps, deliver the anterior chamber and posterior IOL out of the eye. The incision is closed with 10-0 nylon sutures, and with PFCL in situ, we perform peripheral laser retinopexy 360° in 2-3 rows. We perform direct silicone oil infusion, by connecting to the infusion cannula port and with silicone tip assistance perfluorocarbon is passively removed and gets replaced with silicone oil. In the end the retina is well settled with silicone oil in situ. At 1 month, post-operatively the best corrected visual acuity is 6/60ths with plus 10D aphakic correction.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dhami. That was something, you tried your best to combine anterior segment and posterior segment. It was very nice, but I just wanted to ask, for the sake of asking questions, and I'm sure Dr. Gaurav, you're also there, Ramurthy is there, Dr. Dhami is there. So the question I have is, could you have done a SICS tunnel and removed the ACIOL instead of creating such a large incision? You could have removed the other IOL later. Could you have done
because I had to put an PFCL, I could not risk having an open wound. If an SICS tunnel, if making an SICS tunnel, I would actually have to close the entire tunnel with sutures, like I would have done a corneal incision. Because the PFCL is very mobile. The moment my chamber destabilizes, the PFCL would just run out.
Oh, okay. Any other question, Dr. Ramurthy? Because I felt the retina part of it he had done exactly the way it should be done. My thoughts were how you could have reduced the astigmatism component of this surgery. Dr. Aditya, because you being a retinal surgeon, you have anything to add here?
No, madam. I think it was a very well managed case. I mean, nothing else. One way of
what? Can you switch off your video?
It's removed. You need a.
Yes, tell me.
Is it better now?
Yeah, better now.
Is it better?
Yeah.
So I think the case was extremely well managed. To reduce the astigmatism, I think one thing that we can do is perhaps cut the IOL in situ and then piece by piece
Yeah. Yes.
I think cutting the IOL into detached retina was the
That
more
is not
difficult part. I would
very.
Yeah.
This is very,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think it was a very well managed case. I would have done the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Dr.
Excellently
Gaurav,
managed. Abhinav, you did a great job. I really enjoyed watching it. And yes, I think Dr. Chitra's point is also valid. If we can somehow improvise and, instead of making a thing, make an SICS tunnel to avoid inducing astigmatism. But I think, retina surgeons are more comfortable doing the way Abhinav showed. And I noticed that they tend to do this more often and they're more comfortable suturing the wound and securing it as required. Yeah.
I think it was whatever possible was done, and to my mind, there was no two choices. There was only single choice, and what you did was right. More than dwelling upon the scientific aspect, I think I would like to mention the social aspect of the whole case, in the sense that 54-year-old lady came for a simple cataract surgery, ended up with aphakia and with a plus 10 power, 660 vision. So obviously, we can't go on defending our colleagues for whatever they do. I think somewhere it has to stop this putting 2 lenses, 3 lenses, and endocapsular ring. We keep seeing it in OPL. We laugh at it, but I think it's just not.
It's not
in today's
justifiable.
world, it's just not acceptable. We have to drive home the fact that if one lens drops, leave it alone. Let your VR colleague take care of it, and they are also competent enough to fix the lens in a suitable manner. I think what's happening is indefensible in today's world. We have to shift away from this. This would be my message from this case. In spite of all the heroic surgery that he did, and nothing better could have been done, the lady landed up with aphakia at the age of 54 and with a best corrected visual acuity of 6/60. This is not an accident. This is sacrilege.
Yeah. Very right, but wonderful video, Abhinav. You showed it so well at extreme
Thank you, ma'am.
versatility in your surgical skills. But I think, shall we go on to our concluding remarks? Because I think our time's up. The next webinar has to start. It's been, I'm sure all of us 100% agree that it has been just 3 hours which has kept us wrapped with the wonderful kind of videos which were showcased to us, and so much of learning. I'm sure as much as each of you learned, all of us moderators and the expert panel also did learn. Thank you very much, dear speakers. Thanks a lot, expert panel, for seeing you all here, and out of the expert panel playing, there were 2 of them who were not well. So I really feel proud to have the 2 of them staying right till the end. My thanks to my dear co-moderator, Dr. Anagha, and of course to my ARC team for always being there behind me to support so that I keep going forward. Thanks to Mr. Kripal and the entire AIOS administrative team. Thanks to Sai and Manjula from Numerotech. All those mails which come and land in your inbox is because they help, and in many other ways, their support is so tangible. And of course, our thanks, immense thanks to Entor. They have been the backbone for ARC because they have come forward and supported all our ARC programs. Of course, recently, Dr. Sun Pharma has taken care of the PG programs, but we owe a lot to Entor for helping to keep the ARC standing straight and confident. And finally, our thanks to our dear attendees, and it's there attending these webinars and then seeing it later on the YouTube and on the Facebook and on the website is which keeps telling us that this is probably the best way, which COVID brought in a lot of damage, but this was a wonderful thing which came that so many of you can sit at your homes and watch. Thank you so much. Thanks for giving us so much energy to keep coming back to you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
madam. Thank you so much. Thank you to all.
Such a beautiful
Fantastic.
program. You put in so much hard work that it shows when the program comes out so well.
Yeah. Thank you.